We're going live. Good morning, guys, and welcome to YogaEveryHour. My name is Jason, aka Calisthenics Genetics, and this morning we are learning Ashtanga. So the past 3 weeks, I think we're on week 4 now. For the past 3 weeks, we've been running through the primary series, breaking it down week by week. We've covered the sun salutation A, sun salutation B, and we moved on to the standing sequence. We didn't quite get the standing sequence finished last week, so I want to run through that again. And then if we've got time, we're going to move on to the seated sequence. Just to let you know, I am a yogi in training, not yet a teacher. So if you join in, it's at your own risk. I or YogaEveryHour will not be held liable. Just to show you sort of what we're going to be running through. So you should all be comfortable with the sun salutations now. This is going to be the standing sequence, and I will show you the seated sequence. We are going to miss a lot of this out because a lot of this is far too advanced for beginners, but that's what we'll be moving on to. So with that being said, I'm going to take the place in front of my mat. I'm going to check my audio just to make sure that my mic is working still. I should be. Just going to check on my phone right now on yogaeveryhour.com. Yeah, we're good to go. Okay, guys, if you can stand at the front of your mat in Samasthi Tiki, your feet together, big toes touching, heels and ankles slightly apart. If you need to, make a gap between your feet, depending on what level you are. You might want to go around this much. You might want to make a foot in between. Stand straight, tailbones neither tucked or sticking out, it's neutral. Fingers pointing towards the mat, just letting that energy flow. Shins parallel with the mat also. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen. Hands to the mat. Exhale, step your right foot, step your left foot back. And then exhale, lower down into chaturanga, keeping your elbows tucked in. Inhale, rolling onto the top of your feet in a facing dog. You can drop your thighs here if you need to regress to a cobra, or you can go to baby cobra. You want to tuck your toes here, exhale into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. And for our first downward facing dog, I like to just pedal my feet just like this, getting a good stretch in the hamstrings and in the calves. Five, inhale, looking ahead, squat, step the right foot, step the left foot between the hands, look ahead, lengthen the spine, exhale, forward fold, inhale, arms up, look up, exhale, hands to heart center into Samasthi Tiki. Inhale, arms up, look up, exhale, forward bend, inhale, look ahead, lengthen, hands to the mat, jump or step back, exhale, lower down into chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog, or take your cobra position if you need to. Exhale, tucking the toes into downward facing dog. Another 5 breaths here. You want to maybe try and push down a little bit more on the exhale. And if you've got a bend in your knees, maybe just try and straighten the legs a little bit on the inhale. Chin is to your chest and your gaze is to your belly button or navel. Five, inhale, looking ahead, squatting, step the right foot, step the left foot between the hands, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center into Samasthi Tiki. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen, jump, step back. Exhale, lower down into chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog. Chest out, shoulders back, tucking the toes. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Another 5 breaths here. Five, inhale, looking ahead. Step the right foot, step the left foot between the hands. Look ahead, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center into Samasthiti. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen the spine. Hands to the mat. Exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog, or take your cobra position. We want to tuck the toes here. Exhale into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Five, inhale, looking ahead. Jump or step your feet between your hands. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center into Samasthiti. On our 5th round of Surya Namaskar here, sun salutation here. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, lengthening the spine, looking ahead here. Hands to the mat. Exhale, jump or step back. Lower down into Chaturanga. Elbows tucked in. Inhaling, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog. Chest out, shoulders back. Tucking the toes. Exhaling into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Five, inhale, looking ahead. Squatting down, jump or step your feet between your hands. Inhale, look ahead, lengthening that spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up, look up, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center into Samasthiti. That was your 5 rounds of sun salutation A. We're going to move on to sun salutation B. Just take a drink if you need to. Take a rest in your child's pose. Do whatever you need to do to feel comfortable. If it's shaking something off, and the shoulders a little bit of a move. And we're going to start sun salutation B in just a second. So, sun salutation B, you want to be standing in Samasthiti to start with. Same standing position. We want to inhale, squat, suck the belly in, tilt the tailbone, arms up. So, all in one. Inhale, suck the belly in, tilting the tailbone, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen. Hands to the mat. Exhale, step the right foot, step the left foot. Exhale, lowering down into Chaturanga. Remember, you can drop your knees, remember, if you need to. Coming through into your cobra, upward facing dog, or a baby cobra. Tucking the toes, exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. The left foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Hips are facing towards the front. Your right knee wants to be stacked over the top of the right ankle. Inhaling, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in up dog or your cobra. Tucking your toes into downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward. The right foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Strong in the back leg. Same again with the left side. Your hips are facing towards the front. Your left knee is over the top of the left ankle. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Stepping back, lowering down. Inhaling, rolling onto the top of our feet in upward facing dog. Tucking the toes, exhaling into downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 5. Inhale, looking ahead, squatting down, step the right foot, step the left foot between the hands. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, instead of coming all the way up here, we're going to squat. Again, suck the belly in, tilting that tailbone. If you look down, you should still be able to see your toes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center into Samasthiti. Okay, we're going for round 2. Inhale, suck the belly in, tilting the tailbone, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen, hands to the mat, jump or step back. Exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, rolling onto the top of your feet in an upward facing dog, or taking your cobra if you need to. Tucking the toes, exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. The left foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Hips are facing towards the front. Remember, each time you're doing this, the knee wants to be stacked over the top of the ankle. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back, lowering down, rolling onto the top of our feet, inhaling into upward facing dog. Chest is back, shoulders out, looking up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward. The right foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Strong in the back leg, remember. Hips facing towards the front. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back. Exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog. Tucking the toes into and exhaling into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Five. Inhale, looking ahead, squatting, step or jump your feet between your hands, lengthening the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, squatting, sucking the belly in, tilting the tailbone, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center into Samasthiti. Round 3. Inhale, suck the belly in, squatting, arms up. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, lengthening the spine, hands to the mat. Step the right foot, step the left foot, or jump back if you like. Exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet, upward facing dog or cobra. Tucking the toes, exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Remember, the left foot comes to 45-degree angle. Strong in the back leg. Knees are stacked over the top of the ankle. Hips facing towards the front. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog. Shoulders back, chest out. Tucking the toes, exhale into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Five. Inhale, looking ahead, squatting, step the right foot, step the left foot, or you can jump if you like. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sorry, I finished off with some citation here. Okay, sorry. That would have been forward fold, squatting, inhale, suck the belly in, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center into Samasthiti. Okay, round 4, sensation B. Inhale, squat, sucking the belly in, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look ahead, lengthening, hands to the mat, jump or step back. Exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog. And tucking the toes, exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, the left foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Strong in the back leg, knees directly over the top of the ankle. hips facing towards the front. Inhale, arms up, up, up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, lower down. Exhaling, inhaling, rolling onto the top of your feet into upward facing dog or cobra. Tucking the toes. Exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, we step the left foot forward, the right foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Hips facing towards the front. Inhale, arms up, up, up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog, or take a cobra position. Chest out, shoulders back. Tucking the toes, exhaling into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Five, inhale, looking ahead. Squatting, step the right foot, step the left foot, or you can jump your feet between your hands. Look ahead, lengthening the spine here. Exhale, forward, forward. Inhale, squat, sucking the belly in, tilting the tailbone, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, into Samastiti. We're going to go for our fifth and final round of Sun Salutation B. Take a rest, take a drink if you need to. Takes it out of you when you're trying to guide through as well as doing the breathing and the practice. It's got a right sweat on. Okay. Again, standing at the front of your mat in Samastiti, we're going to take our final Sun Salutation B. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, suck the belly in, tucking the tailbone, squatting, arms up. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, look ahead, lengthening the spine. Hands to the mat, step the right foot, step the left foot, or jump back if you like to. Exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog or cobra if you need to take that position. Tucking the toes, exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, the left foot comes to a 45-degree angle. And your hips are facing towards the front and that knee is stacked over the ankle. Strong in the back leg. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back, lowering down into Chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog or cobra. Tucking the toes, exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, we step the left foot forward, the right foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back. Lowering down into Chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in upward facing dog. And tucking the toes into, and exhaling into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Five, inhale, looking ahead, squatting. We're going to step or jump your hands between your feet between your hands, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, squatting. Suck the belly in, tailbone's tucked, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center into Samastiti. That was your Sun Salutations of the Ashtanga Primary series. Nice little warm up. Would you believe that that's the warm up? 5 Sun Salutation A, 5 Sun Salutation B. I'm going to have a think about future classes because a full primary series takes 2 hours. And I think it's far too much for a beginner. But right now we're going to move on to the standing sequence. If you can see that there. Oh, I think that's a bit better. Moving on to the standing sequence. The first poses, so we're going to stand in Samastiti, front of our mat, and then you can either jump or you just take a step between your feet. You want to be shoulder or hips width apart, and then we're standing in Samasthi Tiki. And what we're going to do, just looking ahead, just lengthening there, and then we're going to fold at the hips here. Bend your knees if you need to. Exhaling and take hold of the big toe. Padang us, padang us, padang ustasana, I think. And then what you're going to do here, we're just going to inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, we're going to fold into this. Now, you can bend your knees as much as you need to. And what we'll do on the exhale, just pull ourselves into the pose a little bit further. So the elbows come out to the side a little. And then on each inhale, you might want to try and straighten your legs a little bit more. On each exhale, just use your finger and thumb just to pull yourself a little bit further into that. Five. Inhale, look ahead and lengthen. Keep in this position. We're going to fit the hand underneath our feet now. So, and this is Padastasana. So basically, your hand wants to go underneath. Little finger and the index finger or pointing finger. I can't remember which one that is. And then your toes are pretty much just massaging your wrists here. So same again, we lengthen the spine and then exhale, pulling ourselves into that pose a little bit more. On each inhale, you might want to just lengthen in the hamstrings. Five. Inhale, releasing the hands, coming up to tabletop, hands on your waist. Exhale, and then inhale, coming all the way up. And then exhale to Samasthi Tiki. Okay, we have to step the feet around 3 feet apart. Taking the right foot out, pointing it to the front of the mat. Just want to make sure that your heel lines up with the arch of the left foot. Straighten both legs here. Hips facing towards the front of the mat, towards the right toe, right big toe. And then if you need to, you're probably going to need to use a block here. So use a block or a book. I'm going to use my roller just as a demonstration. So we've got our heels and arch lined up, hips facing towards the front, strong in the back leg, strong in the front leg. And then we're just going to have our hands out by the side here, pivot over to the right side. We want to drop down. The right hand comes on the inside of the right leg. And then you just want to use this to open up. So you can stay here, you can hold on to a block. Or, if you like, on each exhale, you go a little further into the pose. You can stay here. You can grab the big toe if you've got it. 5 breaths here. Gazes at the fingertips. And 5. Inhale, coming up. Hands out by your side. Just going to swap feet here. So the right foot goes where the left foot was, and the left foot goes where the right foot was. So the left foot's pointing to the front or the rear of your mat, whichever you want to call it. Your right foot's at like a 45-degree angle. Heels landing up with the arch of the back foot. Strong in both legs here. And then what we're going to do here is, this is in Trikonasana, It's actually around 85 to 90 degrees, isn't it, on the back foot? like 90 degrees here, so sorry about that. What we want to do here, same again, arms up by your sides, they're strong in these legs, they're straight, pulling up on the knees, pivot over to your left side, we're going to drop down, the left hand comes on the inside of the left leg. Remember, you can use the block if you need to, the gaze is here, the fingertips in the right hand, and then you want to keep in a straight line here, not folding over like this, so straight, and then on each exhale, you might want to get further into the pose. We do 5 breaths here again. 5, inhale, coming up, hands out by your side. We're going to do a revolve triangle, so it's like a reverse trikonasana. So same again, your feet want to be around 3 feet apart. Right foot faces towards the front of the mat. This time the back foot comes into an actual 45-degree angle. Make sure the same is lining up against the heel with the arch of the foot. What we do here, we want to fold forward. You can use a block here, use some sort of support. But the idea is to have the body twist this way, your hand come down by the outside, so the left hand comes down by the outside of the right foot, and then on the exhale, we twist, and looking at those fingertips, 5 breaths here. 5, inhale, coming back to the center, coming back up. I'm going to swap the feet here. So the left foot is facing to the front or rear of the mat. The right foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Just make sure that if you need to readjust yourself, it's completely fine. Just make sure you're in line. You want to get the posture right. So sometimes when pivoting the feet back round, sometimes they might end up in a different position. So it's always good to just have a quick look and just readjust yourself if you need to. I'm actually going to use this again, just as demonstration purposes. But what we want to do here, we're strong in both legs. Legs are straight, hips facing towards the front, forward folding, exhaling, taking hold of this block here, and then on the exhale, twisting up, gazing at those fingertips. I think I'm going to go again, try and do it this way. So on the twist, you want to exhale. 5 breaths here. 5, inhale, coming back to center, slowly coming up, hands out by your side, jump into the front of your mat into Samastiti. Moving on, okay, take a drink if you need to, and I certainly am. Moving on, side angle pose. Utthita Asana. So there's version A and version B. You've got the normal version, then you've got it's like again a reverse. So the hand comes on the outside of the foot, which I'll demonstrate in just a moment. So your feet want to be, from Samastiti, you can jump. Your feet want to be more than 3 feet, maybe closer to 5 feet, depending on how tall you are or how short you are. Same again, we're going to point the right foot towards the front of the mat. We always start with the right side first in yoga, in Ashtanga. Then we're going to just take a bend in the right knee. Same again, anytime you're doing any positions like this where you have to take a bend in the knee, you want to make sure it's stacked over the ankle. That's going to be your strongest point. So the gravity's going on there. So neither like this or neither like this. And what we're going to do, exhale, place the hand to the mat, and then inhale this hand over the top by the ear. And then you want to be strong in the back leg. You want to be pushing down with the right hand, or you can use a block here if you need to, if you haven't quite got that. Or you can either if you need to regress a little bit more, put your hand there and then straight over like that. And we want to open up this side, get a nice stretch down the left side body, gazing at those fingertips. 5 breaths here. Five. Inhale, coming up, straighten the legs, swapping the feet over so the left foot's facing towards the front of the mat. Take a bend in the left foot here, swapping the right back foot to a 45-degree angle, taking a bend in the left knee, and if you need to readjust yourself, you just readjust yourself as you need to. Just want to make sure everything's lining up. Strong in the back leg, hips facing towards the front, the knees over the top of the ankle. Exhale, placing the left hand on the outside of the left foot, or use a block. And then we want to inhale on over the ear, and then just open up at the side there a little. And your gaze is to your fingertips here. That's 5 breaths. Five. Inhale, slowly coming up. We're going to twist around now. Sorry, we're going to start again. Swivel around on the feet so the right foot is facing to the front of the mat. The left foot's at a 45-degree angle. And I'm nearly falling over. Taking a bend in the right knee here. Same again. Make sure you're just lined up. And now what we're going to do here, it's a little bit different. I think I might show you from this side on. So just so you can see what I'm doing here. So right foot to the front of the mat, bending the right knee. And then to get the twist in here, right, because we need to twist our body, we need to be dropping down, and the left hand wants to be coming outside of the right foot. You would use a block here if you need to. I certainly do. So what we do here in this position, strong in the back leg, you bend at the front knee, and it's over the top of the front ankle. Take hold of the knee here, and then what I want you to do, just holding support here, exhale, open up that chest there, get the twist in, then fold down. We're going to drop the left elbow on top of the right knee, place the right hand on top of the right hand, right hand on top of the left hand, and push down, twisting, opening up the chest and twisting at the abdomen here. 5 breaths here. If you can go like this, place the hand to the mat, or use the block, but you might find this is better. Five. Inhale, going back to the center. You want to come up now, hands out by your side. Swapping the feet here, taking a bend in the left knee. Same again, to get that twist in. Just make sure you're lined up properly. Same again, to get that twist in, just take hold of the left knee with the right hand. Oh, twist, exhale, open up on the left side. We're going to fold down here, and then the right elbow comes over the left knee. Got that twist in the body. Left hand placed on top of the right hand, pushing down, twisting, opening up that chest. 5 breaths here. Five. Inhale, slowly coming back to center, come up, and exhale to Samastiti. Moving on to wide leg standing forward fold. There's 4 variations of this. We've got Prasarita Patontanasana, Prasarita. Yeah. Padottanasana. And then we've got A, B, C, D. Okay. Wide legs standing forward fold. If your feet want to be 3 feet, or a little bit wider, just a little touch wider, your feet can be facing towards the face of the mat, the side of the mat, or your toes can just come slightly in. We want to inhale, our hands by our side, look ahead lengthening, and then exhale, forward fold, the hands come to the mat. We want to inhale, look ahead, lengthen here, and then exhale, forward fold, and you can sort of use your hands to help you push back a little. If you need to, bend in the knees, take a micro bend, it's completely fine. When you're in this position, on the exhale, you might want to go further into the pose. On the inhale, you might want to straighten your legs a little bit more. Five. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands by your waist. Inhale, coming all the way up. Version B. Inhale, arms by your side. Exhale, hands on your waist. Look at lengthening the spine. Exhale, folding forward. You're keeping hold of the waist here. Shoulder blades are coming together, trying to squeeze those elbows together. On each exhale, trying to go further into the pose. What I also like to do is just grab hold of my pelvis here, and you can literally just twist yourself further into the pose. Then I'm trying to keep those elbows back as well. Five. Inhale, coming all the way up. C, hands out by your side. Inhale. Exhale. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Look ahead, lengthen the spine here. Chest is sticking out. Trying to get those shoulder blades together again. And then exhale, folding forward. Bringing those hands up as well as we fold forward. 5 breaths here. Five. Inhale. Hands by your waist. Halfway up. Exhale. Sorry, it's inhale all the way up. This one's inhale all the way up. Alright. So to the last one that's halfway up. Okay. Same again. Inhale, hands out by your side. Look ahead, lengthening. Exhale, forward fold. Taking a bend in the knees here. For you beginner guys, grabbing the toes. If you can't grab the toes, you could just grab your ankles there, or maybe the bottom of your shin. Or if you had 2 straps, you could use 2 straps. The idea again, similar to our standing forward fold, hand to big toe. Elbows out by your side, and you can pull yourself further into the pose. Five. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands by your waist. And inhale, coming all the way up. And then exhale to Samastiti. Inhale, step your feet around 3 feet apart. Your right foot wants to come up to the front of your mat. Your left foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Heels lining up with the arch of the heels lining up with the arch of the left foot. And sorry, this is reverse prayer. So if you could do reverse prayer, I'll be seriously impressed. It took me around a year to get, and I still haven't got it properly. But what you can do is basically just take each hand behind your back, grab onto your forearms or your elbows, or if you like, you can try and take a reverse prayer here. And then perhaps you might want to just readjust your feet here. Both legs are straight, pulling up on the kneecaps, so you're strong in both legs. Hips facing towards the front of the mat, towards that right big toe. And then just look ahead, lengthening here, and then exhale. We're going to fold from the hips over the top of the right leg. The gaze is at the big right toe here. 5 breaths. Five, inhale, coming up, swapping the feet here, swiveling round, your hips are facing towards your left big toe, and then look ahead, lengthen again, exhale, folding forward. Five, inhale, coming all the way up, release those hands, exhale, the front of your mat into Samastiti. Moving on. Uttata Hasta Hadanustasana. Yes. That's a tongue twizzler for you. Okay. So on this pose, generally you'd be standing at the front of your mat. For demonstration purposes, I'm just going to stand sideways on so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to try and give you some different variations here. So the actual pose that you would eventually be doing is this one. So but I'm not going to expect you to do that straight away. So we're going to regress it a little bit. And what I want to do here, if you just bear with me, because my hands are a little bit sweaty, I'm using some of this liquid chalk. Yeah, so I'm supposed to be facing this way, Ahmed. That's what you're saying, aren't you? Well, it's just for demonstration purposes. That's why I'm standing straight on. So really, it would be. Oh, so this will be the best view for demonstration, also. Okay. All right. So Ahmed's just telling me here in my earpiece, I should be standing sideways on. You're going to be able to see the pose better. So if you just want to hold on a second, don't have to join in right away with this one. What I want you to do is basically, we start with the right side first. So we want to just get the left side right, nice and strong. So I like to pull up on the toes here, drop them down just to spread the weight, engage the quads, engage the glutes, engage this side of the core, and then starting here, I would draw up, bring the knee in, give that a hug here, and then instead of extending to beginners, you might want to just stay here. If you've got a strap, you might want to put a strap there and just put that there. I'm going to do this from the side so you can see, and you can join in now. So standing on the left foot, drawing those toes up, placing them down, engaging the core, engaging the quads, engaging the glutes, engaging the core on the left side, and then drawing that right knee up, giving it a squeeze here. And then if you're a beginner, if this is the first time you're doing this, just hold this for 5 breaths. I'm going to take the advanced method here, the advanced version, 5 breaths. Five. Now what you want to do here, you're a beginner, it's basically just where your leg was, you just want to bring it out to the side, opening up those hips to the right. If you like, if you've got a belt, you can do it this way. You can put a belt on the toes, or if you feel comfortable doing this, you can try this. This is very hard. The gears is over to the left side. And I'm saying this one will look good from the front, so I'll just show you again. You would be starting like this. So if you're a beginner, stay like this, and then just open out to the side. If you want to make it more harder, you can extend here. You can extend even more, or use a strap. And that's 5 breaths. Bringing it down to the center, and we hold here for 5 breaths also. This is beginner, intermediate, advanced. Five, exhale, dropping that leg. Give it a little bit of a shake off if you need to. Sometimes I like to take a yoga squat in between. Malasana, I think it's called. Slowly coming back up. I'm going to do the left side here. The left side now, so I'm going to be supporting with the right side, engaging the right quad, engaging the right glutes, activating the core on the left side. And remember, starting with your foot close to the inside of your right foot. Slowly draw that up, basically keeping the center of gravity, keeping your balance. Pull this knee in, and then we're going to extend. And like I said, if you can just hold it here, that's completely fine. If you like to extend and take the full pose, you can. You can use a strap if you like, and you can always fold forward here. Five. I'm just going to open up to the side now. And you can stay here if you're a beginner, or we can extend the left foot, gaze over to the right side. 5 breaths. Five. Inhale. Coming back to center. Just my balance a little. And then 5 breaths here. Again, you can extend it as much as you can. 5 breaths here. Five. Exhale that leg back down. We want to move on. So exhale into Samastha Tiki. And then we're going to do half bound lotus, standing forward fold. You might want some blocks, support, or either what I'm going to use here is a small chair or a stool, and I'll show you why in just a second. So I'm supporting with the left side here, drawing up the right foot, squeezing that knee in. You'll feel it deep in the hips here. Then we're just going to take that angle on top of the left thigh here, dropping the right knee down. If you feel any pain in your knee here, please just slowly come out of it. Do not push past the pain in the knee, as you're more than likely just tight in the hips. Okay, what you can do here as well, if you can reach your right arm round, grab the big toe, but I can't. You can also use a strap if you like, and then, okay, just lengthen here, and then we're just going to fold forward, taking the hands onto the mat if you can fold all the way down, or a block here, or just use a chair like I am. 5 breaths here. Five, inhale, coming up, all the way up. Slowly release that right foot. Give it a little shake if you need to. I'm going to move on to the left side. Supporting with the right side. Strong in the right side here. Drawing up on the right foot and right knee. Pulling that right in. And then just flipping it around so the sole of your feet is facing up on top of the right thigh. Okay, lengthening. Exhale. Forward folding here. 5 breaths. Five, inhale, slowly coming back up. And exhale, release that foot into Samastiti. And now what we do, we're going to run through our sun salutation, and then we're going to hold on to that pose for 5 breaths. We'll finish off the standing sequence with Warrior A and Warrior B also. Stand at the front of your mat, feet together, big toes touching, heels and ankles slightly apart. And this is just standard sun salutation. Is it sun salutation A, Amit? So it's between A, it's similar between, yeah, okay, right. So inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale into forward fold. Inhale, look ahead, lengthening the spine. Hands to the mat, step the right foot, step the left foot. Exhale, lowering down into Chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet and upward facing dog. Shoulders back, chest out, looking up. Tucking the toes, exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale, looking ahead, you're just going to squat here and jump or step your feet between your hands. And then from here, it's chair pose. So from here, we've already got a bend in the knees, sucking the belly in, tilting the tailbone, still see my toes, arms up, 5 breaths here. Five, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen. Step your right foot, step your left foot back. Exhale, lower down into Chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet in an upward facing dog. Tucking the toes, exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward. The left foot comes to a 45-degree angle. Your right knee is over the top of your right ankle. Your hips are facing towards the front. And then we're just going to inhale here. For Warrior A. 5 breaths here. Strong in the back leg, remember, knee over the top of the ankle. 5, extending the right leg here, swiveling around, keeping the arms in the same position, taking a bend on the left knee, making sure it still lines up, making sure that knee is stacked over the ankle. 5 breaths here. Moving into our left side, Warrior B, dropping the hands down the side of our shoulders, opening in the hips to the right side there. You're looking at your fingertips, you want to be in line with your shoulders. 5. Straighten that left leg, twisting that foot, coming to a 45-degree angle, twisting the right foot, bending the right knee, Opening up to the side for our warrior B. Same again. Make sure that those hands are in line with the shoulders. 5 breaths. 5. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back. Exhale, lowering down into chaturanga. Inhale, roll onto the top of your feet and upward facing dog. Tucking the toes, exhaling into downward facing. Inhale, looking ahead. I'm going to squat. I'm going to step the right foot, step the left foot. Inhale, look ahead, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, look up, and then exhale, hands to heart center into Samastiti Tiki. Okay, guys, we did want to move on to the seated sequence, but as I was saying before, primary sequence is quite long. We've managed to finish the standing sequence, so there may be a change to my future events. But right now, we're going to take my favorite pose. So if you can just slowly come to a seat position, and then slowly come to lying down on your mat, hands up by your side, palms facing up, feet out to the side. Close your eyes and relax, and slowly find your breath here. Let your breathing return to normal. And if you get any thoughts come to your head, just simply acknowledge them and just let them go. Slowly wiggle your fingers, slowly wiggle your toes. Some nice wrist rotations, ankle rotations if you like. Turn your head either one side. Extend the arms over the head, nice little stretch, and then roll onto any one side, keeping your eyes closed. We want to take a few breaths here and just let that blood recirculate. Keeping your eyes closed, slowly come to a comfortable seated position. Just want to relax at the shoulders, the spine straight here. Just take some deep, long breaths. And I'm going to close the session with 1 Om and 3 Shanti. Deep inhale for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Slowly stretch your arms up. And exhale, fall forward. Slowly coming up. Slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. That was awesome. Ahmed, thank you very much, bro. I'm going to give you a text shortly because I know we need to book a class in, which I forgot about. But thank you very much, bro, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much to anybody who joined. This is Jason, aka Calisthenics Genetics on Yoga Every Hour. That was week 4, Ashtanga, learning the Ashtanga Primary series. We just about managed to finish off the standing sequence. We'll make some edits to our future events, but we will be moving on to the seated sequence. And I might even scale the class up to maybe 90 minutes, so like an hour and a half, just so we can get a lot more covered. Well, thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your week.